make them needles do some things you wouldn't believe. The way I had the block flooded, thought I had a boat. I flipped them bricks, I'm talking spicy.
Yo, welcome back. Return of the Mac, M.A.C, Moss, Andrew, Carl back in the building. Episode 162. What's happening, fellas?
Shit, what's good?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
How you feeling over there?
To be honest,
You looking limber.
Limber.
I mean, I do like to stretch in the mornings and stuff like that.
I don't know why you wore that in here today. T-shirt.
I mean, look,
in the house
always
T-shirt
represent-
anyway. You keep that
wasn't-
in the house.
I was born in a terrible time. I was born a Steelers fan. I didn't just become a fan of my team in 2010.
I'm pro-choice. I had a choice in my decisions for my team. You know what I'm saying? No passing down.
Whatever you want to say. No, I'm just saying, bro. You know, I'm gonna rep my colors regardless. We don't go and hide and like some of you fake fans do.
In hiding.
We're gonna get to this. We're gonna get to this very soon.
I just started off
very soon. Let's hold it for just
Welcome
a
back,
couple.
Return of the Mac, where the winners take all.
We're gonna end up having to start with this. But did anything else happen? Anything else going on this week before we get into football?
What happened is RP PNB, man. Shit was crazy.
R.I.P.
Shit was crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
I
don't know what else to add. He won't make no music.
I mean, he was. He just don't listen to PNB.
I mean, that's what I know him from.
He really was.
I wouldn't know him if it wasn't for music.
That's where I know him from.
I wouldn't know him if I didn't know if it wasn't for the music. So it's like I hadn't heard anything in years anyway. It's the same shit.
You just ain't heard. You don't listen to PNB.
You don't listen to PNB.
He's put stuff out.
Plenty.
But it's good for
He hasn't made any good songs recently. Years.
We're not about to start off dissing PNB off that. Like, we're not
about to disrespect the dead.
That's not disrespect.
Okay with it, for real.
That's not disrespect.
I don't know his music at all. I don't know his music at all. I don't have anything bad to say. I'm gonna refrain from any jokes. R.I.P. PNB Rock. That is never good. How young was he?
I think it's like mid-20s.
I would say 25.
Thinking it's got to be 25 to 35. Never good to lose somebody that early.
Yeah.
But he might have, no. I think he might have been 30. I'm tripping. Because he been
he's
around for a little bit. He been around about a good 5-6 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Really like fresh.
You think what they said? Yeah, he's 30.
Yeah.
You think what they said about his girl is true though? The reason
We're
why?
going right to there. We're going right there.
I mean, you brought it up, so might as well. Fuck it.
Yeah, we may as well. That is really the only thing that I've seen discussed online this past week.
I don't like it.
Just stuff about. So what happened though? The allegation. I don't want to say allegation, but the thing is that she apparently posted the story of where they are,
where they were,
on the location.
But it's like,
but he had posted where they was right before that.
Before that,
he was in the parking lot.
Right. He posted that shit before that.
So we can't do that. Put it on the girl like this is what motherfuckers we doing.
Yeah, I think
he stayed there too long, apparently.
Probably, I guess.
Or you're supposed to I thought the thing was you're supposed to post the shit after you leave.
That too.
Yeah.
So
And
people
you
never
probably
know
shouldn't
what the
walk
fuck
around
you're
with $500,000 on your neck in South Central.
Is that kind of the understood motivation? It was just a robbery situation? Does he have
they
some
took his
kind of
jewelry.
massive
His jewelry was gone. They did take his jewelry.
No, yeah, it was a robbery.
Gotcha.
I mean, it may have been some underlining beef going on, but he's not from that area, so
No, he's from Philly.
I would assume that he didn't really have any.
Not like a massive.
Right, nothing real big with anybody on there, but you never know when it comes to that shit. But yeah,
It's a sad situation.
it was a robbery. Apparently.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks. I don't understand why rappers go around without security.
If you're gonna wear that much,
If you gonna wear jewelry like that,
you gotta have some protection. And you can't just say because you got it on you protected.
Right.
That's how I think a lot of rappers probably do if they
Probably.
carry a weapon or something. They think, I'm good.
well, your security.
It's
If
like,
you
nah,
invest
bro.
in this jewelry, then you should invest in security as well too. Like,
Exactly.
That's just a smart investment at that point.
Right.
Like your jewelry was a dumb investment. Now we have to make it smart. You know what I'm saying? Like
protected.
we can't be dumb twice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's a good point.
At least have one guy.
It's like if you've seen somebody walking down the block with like $500,000 in cash in their hand.
Yeah.
You gonna look at you like, for real, you just gonna be walking down the block with this like that? Like, what are you doing? That's literally what people are doing. Wearing that shit around their neck.
But some people not gonna let you leave their city though.
That's a really,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not gonna walk down the block with all this cash in your hand just walking.
They're not gonna let you leave.
Well, that's a really good analogy because you just like I don't think a lot of people think about it like that.
Right.
It's just like he's got a chain on. It is what it is. Like it's a normal thing. But like, yo, I don't like having cash on me like in a large amount.
Right.
Just because it could get stolen, it could get lost, it could get whatever could happen.
Yeah.
Like,
and it looks illegal.
People don't. That too.
Anytime I see somebody with over $1,000, I'm like, where'd you get that from? In today's world,
right?
Where'd you get that from? Let's be real.
I just don't like
10s and 20s.
I don't like having it in my possession.
Paid in cash. Get paid on the table.
You got 5s and 10s. Come on, where'd you get that from?
The type of cash. Got a bunch of 500 ones.
I'm just saying, like people give themselves away with shit like that.
I just don't like having large amounts of money in my possession.
Right.
Just don't like it.
Which is also a thing that rappers do too. They carry around my cash.
Right.
Well, I think all of that shit is just like.
Well, I think they have security when they got their cash though.
Maybe not. But I think all of that shit is just like the primitive behavior type thing. Because again, I feel like it teaches people or the youth to like idolize the cash and not what you can actually do with it to better your situation.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Childish.
Like, it's a bunch of flash this money, but it's like no, you should be like flashing assets because the dollars are going to lose value. You know,
that ain't gonna go up on the ground.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying. But that's like to me, that's like the whole conspiracy theory behind the reason why that's part of the imagery of hip hop.
The idea of just carrying around
it's just a rapper ID card. You gotta have your rapper gear on. Like with most rappers, you gotta have your rapper. You got your chain, you got your shades, your fit's crazy.
Well, I mean, I feel like these are all just reasons.
The watch gotta be crazy. You gotta have a rapper suit on. Most guys gotta have that, unless you fucking cold. Even Kendrick got a diamond out fucking what you call it? What was it called?
The crown.
The crown, the diamond out crown on his head.
But that was like for a thing, right?
Yeah.
It was like went to a performance or something. Put it on.
He did it for several performances.
Right. It's not like just walking around with it, which is it's just crazy.
Just walking around with $100,000.
I see A$AP brought him to like some borough in New York, in some block or somewhere. He didn't have it on there.
This too.
He didn't have that crown on. He was
right.
It was one of
Ferg did this, didn't he?
Was it Ferg?
I think it was Ferg. I think it was Ferg.
I thought it was Rocky. Yeah, Ferg.
But
man, you gotta be smart,
just kind of. Even if you're not like even if it's not like a gang thing. It's just not intelligent, just not smart to have too much valuable stuff on you. People that don't have it are going to want it,
right?
And they're going to get it.
And most rappers belittle too.
Like
I'm really that crazy. I think I showed it. I was talking about it with Roddy. All that shit Roddy be having on his neck, and Roddy is a little dude.
You did show us.
Roddy looks borderline ridiculous. If you was to ever see
Roddy walking down the street with all that shit on his neck, you're gonna be like, dog. This can go right now.
He looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
With all those chains on his neck.
Every time I see him, it gets worse.
Dog, you look stupid.
It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That shit gotta be heavy on the neck. That shit crazy though.
It look good, doesn't it? It's not even a cool look though. Although it just looks ridiculous. It looks clownish to me, a bit. It's like, why are you doing it? Why do people feel like the need to?
I ain't gonna lie, that shit kind of hard though.
It's not, bro.
That shit is crazy.
So? To me, it just looks clownish. Because I be like, I just don't understand why people feel the need to.
I ain't never seen him without no security though, so you know what's up.
If you,
for sure, you better.
If money wasn't an issue, what kind of jewelry would you have?
I wouldn't have no Roddy shit, but I had some crazy shit though.
Yeah,
I had some light crazy shit.
Yeah,
facts.
I mean, I wouldn't buy any. The most I would probably have is like a herringbone gold chain. That's it.
Gotcha.
That's a pretty that's a chain though.
Yeah, but you can get one of those for like $1,000. I can buy that today.
No, if money wasn't an option, you're not getting one for $1,000.
I'm not getting a bunch of diamond out jewelry and shit. That's not something that really interests me. Type thing.
I don't mind the diamonds, but I wouldn't want anything that was like much bigger than this.
That's what I'm saying, like simplistic type.
Bad for the audio, but like I have two really small silver chains. That I would just want like a diamond one of that, but a little bit bigger maybe.
Right.
But I don't think I'd be like a big jewelry.
I ain't going roddy. I ain't about to ride no bulky shit on my neck. That shit crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want no big ass, thick ass like Cuban link.
I wear earrings. I got a bunch of piercings. You got your ears.
Yeah, I got my ears. I like jewelry in general. I like having bracelets on, watches, whatever.
Fact.
I like a little accessory, but
would you get a bust down though?
Nah.
Would you get a bust down once?
I don't know.
You will get bust down. Stop
playing, I don't know. Dog, I think that shit look too crazy. I get a crazy watch, but that probably not a bust down.
But there's like so few opportunities where you would be like, where I would want something that I could wear every day.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah, like how many times am I gonna wear like a really nice
just
watch?
rocking that shit to go to the grocery store or something?
Right.
And people will tell you the diamonds fall out that motherfucker. But like you go hit that shit and you're gonna lose some stones and shit. Like,
no.
Let's just don't stay that way for the rest of the time and shit. Like,
I'm actually not a watch person. I said watches.
I love watches.
Well, listen to jewelry, but I don't like watches. I don't like to wear.
Then you would definitely get you a nice watch.
Not a bust down, but I would
maybe not a bust down, but a nice watch.
I would get a plain Jane.
Nice watch.
You know, I probably wouldn't go past over 10,000 though on a watch, but depending on the amount of money I had.
Yeah,
but
watches can appreciate.
Right, good watches but not if you bust them down, no, they don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get without the bust down. You talk about the bust down. Get you a nice premium plain Jane watch. That shit gonna appreciate.
Did you say what your opinion was about the girl thing? Posting that?
Oh, I don't think
because your man's was going hard.
Oh, he said
Kodak said something crazy. I don't even remember what he said.
He said
there's a lot of people going crazy for real.
He said she might as well kill herself or something like that. That was really harsh.
That's too
I don't
far.
agree with that.
That's too far.
Yeah, that's too far. Because I mean, she's probably already feeling like she's guilty anyway.
I'm sure.
And I think that's like his baby mom too. It wasn't just like his girlfriend or nothing. They had a relationship for years. So it's definitely nothing intentional. I think it was some like fake text messages going around as well to make it seem like she set him up in that situation, but
that's stupid.
I don't think that would be the case because it's like, how does that benefit her? At that point, there's so many negatives.
People just always
father of a child.
People just always looking for somebody to blame.
Right.
Like when any situation happens, they're just
you got to blame the
there
artist.
Needs to be one person that they can blame, and the people that are most invested in this situation would be like fans of PNB.
Yeah.
So of course they're not going to be the first ones to say like he was at fault for this, that, and the third. And I don't even know. It's not really his fault.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's his fault.
Yeah, like you're not supposed to die because of this.
Right, shit happens.
But like it may not have been the smartest move if that was the case.
That's why I mean these people out here saying that rap is
the killer's fault. The motherfucker that robbed them.
Yeah, they keep,
that's whose fault it is.
People keep saying that rap is the most dangerous profession in the world, or being a rapper. Do you guys agree with that? Like, what's Sauce Walker just recently said that because somebody attempted to rob him.
Yeah,
and he said he fought back. Or whatever.
Yeah, facts. Because you get seen too much.
You think it's the most dangerous profession?
Yeah, than any other facts.
Or any other profession.
Oh, any other profession. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of professions. Maybe entertainment is the most dangerous job in entertainment. Yeah.
I think wrestling is more dangerous. And that's just fake.
When I hear this statement, like, to be honest with you, I don't know if I have even like a real specific reason why I interpret it this way. But when I hear that statement, it sounds like I can't help but my response would be like possibly, but it's like boo-hoo rap's fault.
Yeah, right. It's your fault. You guys turned it into this.
All right,
this is exactly
that how you receive it as well.
How is that?
Because this is the image that they portray, the way that they carry themselves.
That would be my answer, and I would just stop there. Continue.
Right. I mean, it's multiple reasons though. It's like this is the lifestyle that you've spoken to existence. You get what I'm saying? This dangerous lifestyle
that
is what you've spoken
you a
into
target
existence.
Everywhere you go, though.
But you can change
because you have a rapper persona, and you know what I'm saying. You
but like if you think about I feel like if you think about the artists that have passed away over the past,
because motherfuckers was dangerous back in the day. But you didn't get to see them or know where they was gonna be at all the time and all this other shit as much.
You don't have to know this anymore. You don't have to know. They put that out there.
You have to be seen if you're gonna be a rapper. You can't be like hidden Not necessarily.
Well, but I feel like there's plenty of successful rappers that nothing ever happened. You think somebody trying to rob Logic? That's what I'm saying though. Like in that context, you think somebody trying to rob
was in the wrong
Logic?
place with some shit on his neck? Maybe.
But he's not in those wrong places.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's smart. You just got to be smart. Don't nobody got the beat on you
we don't
like
know
that.
if Logic's ever been run down though, so we don't say just because he Logic that he ain't never tried.
But I'm just saying. Do you think
I think
that
Logic and that Roy and Mars shit, he had some shit on them.
Look, the last 5 to 10 years, the people that have died have been drug overdoses or shot.
Yep.
And both of those things are.
They were living that way.
Yeah.
You're living that way.
I don't know how else to say it. Like, I'm
You
not
know what I'm
saying
saying?
they deserve to die by any means. You shouldn't, the situation with Nipsey and stuff, like, it wasn't like even in that moment, he's expecting anything like that is going to happen.
Yeah, he did nothing that made somebody want to kill him.
No, not
Like,
at all.
just
Not at all.
Some bullshit that happened.
But
it's also still the
it's
game.
a part of a game culture.
That's it.
You're not going to see.
That's like
this way.
saying
You're not gonna
at this point in Nipsey's career, it's like saying Snoop is still in the gang. Like, yeah, he's affiliated with that forever, but he wasn't gang banging during that time.
Yeah, but
It's probably been
Snoop
a while
was
since he
also
was
not-
actually gang banging.
He's also not hanging out in fucking Compton or whatever by himself. Wherever it was
Snoop
at.
is fucking almost 60 years old. Like,
I'm just saying these are why these things are not happening to these people because they're not living this way. That's all it is, bro. I mean, you gotta admit that sometimes, or a lot of the times, you never heard the phrase "you create your own luck."
Well, no. Nipsey would not be a great example.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think Nipsey's a good example for that.
No, I didn't get to finish what I was saying with that. But take him out of the equation. Like, I mean, I don't know how it could be debatable that like part of the fabric of rap and what the people that are dying talk about have played a large part in their demise. Like, I don't know how that could even be debatable.
Because people it's always been gangster rap. Gangster rap has been around for a long time, but they wasn't dying because of their gangster rap.
Right, but you're comparing. But what you're answering with that response would be like, why there's more going on now than there was before. But his statement was separate from that, just in that the subject matter puts you in the line where this is going to be a more common theme.
Oh, maybe. I guess. I always don't see that connection to me. Like, yeah, if you was doing street shit and you was still trying to be a rapper, then yeah, you should get what you are. But if you just a rapper and you just rap street shit, you shouldn't necessarily be held to that. Oh, you gotta be gangster every time somebody see you.
Let's time out on this. Time out on this real quick because we're just talking. All right, if being a rapper is the most dangerous profession in the world, then why is it being an R&B singer the same? Or why is it being a fucking pop artist the same? Or
That's
country? It's the same amount of money that's being generated in this industry, if not more, for these other people. So why is it just to rap being the most dangerous profession? It's the way that they carry themselves and the way that they're living their life is the reason why it's the most dangerous profession. It's not. Outside of it's not just by the the amount of money that they're bringing in or anything like that, because otherwise it will go across the entire industry.
That's the much better argument,
right?
Towards the point that I think me and you agree on,
because it will happen to everybody.
Do you have any thoughts on that or response to what he said?
Because it would happen to everybody. If everybody was rapping about the shit that they saying, is that what you're saying? Because of what they rapping about?
Yeah.
Because of what they rap about.
Well, it's not just about what you're rapping about.
That's what I'm saying, though.
It's the
I don't
lifestyle.
think that should be the case.
But it's also the lifestyle that you can rap about whatever the fuck you want.
I don't think that's like the excuse for like why they getting killed because they rap about street shit, so that's why you getting killed.
Am I saying that makes it okay? No, I'm not saying
I don't
that.
see that connection about. So that's why I don't see that means that.
Well,
that shouldn't mean that.
Why doesn't it happen in any other genres?
I don't know. Motherfucking black people hate each other. Black people be hating, yo.
But they
don't look at somebody like he doing good. I shouldn't do that to him because he doing good shit out here. They look like, nah, he a lick. That's how people look at each other. I just put it on the people that's doing it.
Black people don't rob white people
that's doing it. Black not the rapper. It ain't the rapper's fault.
Well, no, it's not. But we're not saying
black people rob white people.
I kind of are
too. You don't know that? They don't just rob rappers.
That's void of this conversation that we have.
No, it is. You just tried to bring up a point of only reason because black people hate it. No, that's not the case.
Hey, Motherfuckers be seeing rappers as licks, bro. It's like facts. It's like literally why we having this conversation right now, because people look at rappers like licks. But you walk around with $500,000 on your neck, you got just 2 dudes with you. I can probably get that. That's how people be looking at
what I'm talking about, though. That's part of the lifestyle that they're living. This is the reason why they open themselves up for that. That's all I'm saying.
It's like one of those things, though, like having that much jewelry on, it is not a pass for somebody killing you. Like, no, the person that killed whoever the other rapper is completely in the wrong. They're 100% at fault.
Right.
Set that fact to the side, 'cause I do agree with that 100%. If we know as a person that having that type of dollar amount attached to you while you're walking around other people increases your likelihood
That's where
of
the
dying.
Responsibility falls on the rapper for me.
Then,
You gonna have that shit on, have the proper precautions. Don't be out here chilling with just you and your girl.
Right, but I think that's ultimately kind of what Carl's getting at, though, is if you're wearing these things, or if you're putting yourselves in a bad position with the way that you're living your life or whatever, you're opening yourself up to an opportunity that somebody else may do something wrong and take your life.
Right. That's the part I agree with. My point is, anybody could, like you said, it doesn't happen in other genres. Most of these entertainers are not rolling around without security at all either.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Rappers would be trying to be tough.
That's what I'm saying. Out here
without no security with my shit on. I'm good. I got my boys with me.
It's the image and the lifestyle that you portray. That's all I'm saying.
That is the issue.
That's what the issue is. It's not the most. You have every means of being safe. You could be in the safest environment in the world.
And at the same time, you have to. A lot of rappers ain't got it like that. Like security is expensive. Security is expensive ass shit to have with you all the time. A lot of rappers ain't got that type of bread that coming in to be having security around 24/7 either. That's a highly.
But if you don't have,
they do have it because they got it.
But you got to still live up to this rapper lifestyle.
They got it.
Every time you see you got your shit on.
They just chose the wrong investment. That's it. That's all. That's what I'm saying. It always falls back on that person.
That's on the rapper. All of that we just talked about. That's on the rapper for sure. But I'm not putting because of the music they make. It's because why they getting this, how they're doing and carrying their lives is why they putting themselves in these situations. Is what I agree with.
Right, but I think all that shit bleeds together at some point.
No, because you see certain ones. You ain't never gonna see 21 get got. You ain't never gonna see Lil Baby get got. And they got that shit on them all the time. They talk about that shit on their raps all the time. Yeah, they ain't gonna never get got because they're doing the proper precautions where they're not gonna get jammed up in them type of situations.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but everybody thinks they're not gonna get got.
But they also are rappers that got it. They can pay for that security 24/7 too. Every rapper ain't got that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely an expensive bill.
Facts.
For sure, but
we heard the amount of money they spend on with his security 24/7 all the time. Shit.
I mean, I don't think you need it necessarily 24/7, but when you're out and about and you know in public places and stuff, and especially if you're gonna be wearing your jewelry, then and have a large amounts of cash on you, or I think you running 10 deep is fine too. That's a form of security.
It is.
I'm fine with that too. But you just need to take precautions.
If you ain't dolo, or it's just you and one person.
Not a good idea.
It's not a mission you should take.
It's just not a good idea. That's all it is.
Just go down there and grab a bite to eat the restaurant real quick.
And there should be no shame of having security. I don't get why people act like that's like I can afford this shit. Like that's smart.
Think that's something that labels should provide. If people are signed a major label, they should provide security for the rappers.
I'm sure they will, but they'll bill them for it later. They gonna pay for that shit.
But I feel like it should at least be a standard after seeing what's been going on in the past few years and how shit's been. You know what I'm saying? I would think, but
I think it's a good idea to have in the contract. But we've done contract talks 100 times.
Yeah,
it is.
It don't matter.
They didn't get that far in the contract. I'll tell you that. They saw the dollar sign and didn't worry about anything else.
Yeah.
After that, so
that's true. Anyway, man, RP PNB.
Yeah, definitely
made some great music in this time.
What does PNB mean?
Party and bullshit.
Is it?
I don't know.
I mean, that sounds
some type of
legitimate.
I don't remember what it's.
It's a whole gang of PNBs.
Yeah, you got brother. Yeah. It was a time, bro. During like 2015, 2016, PNB Rock, YFN, Lucci, they was like them boys during that time.
PNB Rock had some good songs.
Yeah.
They dropped, for sure. I ain't taking nothing away from them.
Facts.
Ready to get into football?
We can do it.
Let's do it.
Well, we will. We can get into your matchup here soon, but we got to start with the Thursday night game.
Yeah,
that one's always hardest to recall since it's been a while.
every fucking time, man.
But we had Chiefs Chargers.
Yeah,
it was a good game. Honestly, I feel like there was like really two super noteworthy things. The pick six that changed the game.
Which one?
The one where the Chargers were about to score. They were driving in.
Yeah, it was on the 1 yard line, wasn't it?
Threw the pick on the 1 yard line, returned it all the way for the touchdown, and from that point forward, the game was kind of over.
Yeah.
And then obviously the second noteworthy piece is the injury to Herbert. I don't know how much there is to say about the pick. It just kind of is what it is. Did you see like some of the analysis the next day where they were talking about that tight end that had made the play before?
Yeah, he was winded or something.
Yeah, he was like asking to come out.
He looked like he was hurt because I noticed it when the play happened. I was like, oh shit, that's not on Herbert. Like, you gotta as a tight end.
Yeah, we know it. It's never.
No, I mean, as a tight end though, he's expecting that guy to be in that spot. And like as a tight end, you're supposed to be a big body. It's almost like boxing somebody out in the paint. Nobody's supposed to work their way around you to get to the football. You're supposed to steal that guy off.
Though he jumped it.
Yeah, he all he had to do was take a step to the inside, and the guy would never make it.
It was the worst run route you've ever seen. The guy was half-heartedly like even going out,
right,
and then he turned inside and was just kind of like put his arms.
He made it easy for the DB. That's what I'm saying. He made it easy for the DB.
But it was a nice pick, and great return and stuff. Yeah. Obviously, but
that's just one of those interceptions I wouldn't put on the quarterback.
He was either winded or injured. He was definitely asking out of the game, and when they ran the hurry up, he made very little effort on that play, son.
Yeah. He barely turned around before the guy was up the field. He's like, oh shit.
But Herbert, so he gets hit. I don't even remember the hit, to be honest with you.
He took several.
But you could tell he's like legitimately hobbled at this point. They have like a third down play where he scrambles outside of the pocket and has like 15 yards ahead of him. It was like a 3rd and 3. Do you remember this play I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he just couldn't even run?
He couldn't run at all.
Like he just kind of
threw the ball away. He could barely throw it away.
It was nuts. It looked so terrible.
Yeah.
And then the next play was like one of the nicest passes I've ever seen in my life. He hit the dude in stride, kind of going away for the touchdown to keep the game close. And
I know that shit hurt.
I immediately knew it was.
It had to hurt.
When I saw that play of him running to the outside and like could barely even, he was about to. It looked like he was about to give up. Like,
he was about to collapse.
Yeah. I, at that point, I was like, oh, he got some broken ribs.
Yeah.
In there. I mean, that's the only explanation
he kept
at that
grabbing
point.
down like this. And
it was clear as day. Like, oh, he having trouble breathing, and when you get out in the run and shit, and like you trying to like work multiple things in your body at the same time.
Yeah.
That shit's not gonna work. Yeah. So. I mean, I'm surprised they left him in the game at that point, though. I would have taken him out of the game probably because I think,
at that point they were down 10 already,
right? I think the game was pretty much over.
But I don't know. That throw was incredible. But Chiefs stay the Chiefs, and they didn't look unstoppable or anything like that. But I mean, that's one of the best teams they're going to play this year. They played them tough and made the huge play when it counts. I don't know. It was a pretty impressive win.
Yeah, they're good, man. Mahomes is continue to be Mahomes. He's making like guys like fucking, I don't know, Jay Watson look like capable down the field wide receivers. That was a beautiful touchdown he threw to that guy. I've never heard of him before.
I don't know who that is at all.
He caught number 84, caught the touchdown over the middle.
Yeah, it was nice.
Beautiful ball. Looked like Tyreek. I mean, it didn't, but that's like a similar.
I was saying, no, it didn't.
It's like a similar play that they would have run while he was in
Tyreek.
Well, no, it didn't.
No, we've seen Tyreek.
He was white, so I mean, at that point, you
and a tight end or some shit. Looked like a tight end.
I don't think so. I don't think he's a tight end.
But I guess not. I guess he was a receiver. But
he's a wide receiver.
Big win.
Good for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
and that
Chiefs.
Division 2?
Yeah.
That's that division.
Has anybody heard? Have they said how long he's going to be out?
They haven't said. They just said it's fractured.
Not even like a estimated time frame? I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen no update on what he's going to play.
I'd imagine I mean, I would hold him out as long as it can, but
who's their backup?
Chase Daniels.
Oh wow.
Chase Daniels, I wish I had the text pulled up. He's up to 42 million career earnings now at this point. He's thrown something like 250 passes in his entire career. Like he started, I want to say 7 or 8 games one season. He's one of those guys that they always talk about. Every single year you hear about him at some point because they're talking about how much money he made without ever really playing in the NFL.
Backup quarterback, man.
Greatest job in the league.
He really has got it made. I don't know. I guess
no pressure.
None.
Particularly you get behind a really good quarterback like Herbert.
You just another assistant coach.
Yeah.
You're the quarterback coach over there. That's what you
pretty much. But making more money than the coach is probably.
Yeah.
You probably make more money than the coordinator as a backup.
Pretty sure.
Probably so.
Pretty sure.
I would
Probably
assume.
so. But I don't know. Something to keep an eye on. Depends on how many weeks he's going to be out. Don't know what their schedule looks like or anything.
I would assume maybe he'll miss one game at the most.
Okay. We shall see.
But he's going to be in pain. They're going to definitely have to.
You're going to have to
give him some
protection once he gets back too. Can't be taking a massive hit
Oh, for sure. But he'll probably wear the super rib cage thing and shit, the pads around it.
You still feel that shit you get hit in it.
I mean, yeah, but he's gonna need every bit of that to help him out. So, but I mean, hey, this is a great duel between two really good quarterbacks, I think.
Yes, indeed.
Definitely good Thursday night
game.
Around.
That was a big game.
What y'all think of Prime? What y'all think of the games on Prime? Any difference to you guys? I know some people didn't like it. Some people did like it.
It was cool. They did it last year. Every Thursday, Prime had it.
But it wasn't only on Prime last year.
Yeah, they were switching up.
Yeah, it's only on Prime.
NFL Network had it sometimes, and then they would have
I have Prime, so I don't care.
Yeah,
I would prefer it be on TV, but it's not a big deal
at this point. If you ain't got an Amazon account,
apparently they got different angles you can look at the game. I didn't see that when I
heard something about that, an overhead angle, but
I don't want to see it.
I want the regular version.
Yeah.
I would rather have the broadcast version, but it's some things I would like to go back and see the all 22 on though.
In game.
Yeah. You trying to watch film?
I want to see what the fuck happened.
That's one of those things. To me, that sounds like a cool feature that I would be like.
I would want to watch the entire game that way.
Use.
Right, because then the thing about the all 22 and shit is you'll know what the fuck you're looking at until you know what you're looking at. Because it's what number is this? It's so far away, you know.
Yeah. It's like using the panoramic shit on your phone. It's a cool thing you can do, but you ain't just walk around taking panoramic.
Right, all the time. That's for sure.
That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. For sure.
Well, let's go ahead and get into Sunday, and let's just start with it. Let's get it going right now. The big matchup of the week for our podcast, at least, Steelers-Patriots, 1 o'clock, Sunday, take over.
Y'all know what the fuck going on, bro.
Go ahead, Moss. Winners first.
I appreciate it. No, winner takes all.
Oh, is that why you wore that?
Yeah.
Did you get paid?
Oh, yeah. You said that, dude. I mean, I appreciate that.
Before the game was over, man.
He said that, dude. Yeah,
wow.
He did. He said
before the game was over.
Well, it was like the last minute when we was down in the ball. It was like,
still,
no, bro.
I want to bet with him. I think this was the Saquon Barkley bet where we bet him to have X amount of yards his rookie year. I won the bet. He hit the mark and he wouldn't pay out until the year was over.
You never know what can happen. He could have lost yardage.
Same thing with the Lakers.
He could have lost yardage.
That's wild.
Same thing with Lonzo not hitting whatever it was X 3-point percentage, and he was way done.
He could have came back.
And I want to say it was injured for the rest of the season. He just refuses to pay out early. So that's why I was surprised
he waited
paid
out.
you out. Yeah.
You never know what could have happened. I just didn't want to make it a situation where you had to send me something back.
There was an ending to this. You ain't had to wait for nothing. The game was over.
I'll let the winner continue. Just surprised. That's all.
Hey, man. I'm just going to start off light. We just had to put up a good measly 17 points to get this dub. Not a lot of points. A lot of defense going on, a lot of penalties on our part, but we got the job done and we got the dub. Had to, come bless y'all's new home field real quick.
Blessed.
What's it called? The Crimson Tidius Steelerville? What's it called?
Acrisure Stadium.
Acrisure? What are we talking
Acrisure.
about? What is this Acrisure? I might know what that is. Should have stuck to the ketchup.
We still got those, though. We're still doing it.
Understood.
It's just that we don't see it that often. You're supposed to. They have the Heinz bottles pour out on the Megatron or the screen when
you score.
No, when you enter the red zone. So you're just not gonna see that much. You're not gonna see that much.
When you enter the red zone, that's corny as hell. Y'all do that. That's corny as
For a red zone appearance.
Spilling ketchup and shit.
Well, they got a contract with Heinz still to do that because that's what it's always been, I guess, at Heinz Stadium.
Right.
They had like the 2 big ketchup bottles on the stadium that poured or whatever.
This ain't the time to describe y'all stadium.
Yeah, we don't care.
This ain't the time for all that.
Were you done?
No, you ain't have shit to say.
That was pretty quick.
Mac did his thing. Shout out that boy Aguilar. Getting Mossing boys out that joint. I told y'all the last game I saw Mac launching that joint a couple of times. I was like, oh, Mac, put it out there a little bit. We're going to take some shots. And we sure did it. Needed that one. But all in all, we mad undisciplined. Mad undisciplined. It was mad holding calls, mad false starts on offense. It's like, yo, we had mad 3rd and long situations we was in. I was like, yo, why we keep fucking pushing ourselves back? We get up, 3rd and long again. So we got to get that shit together. But it's good to get a dub under the belt. Get a little confidence boost. But, you know. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Just really disappointing game to watch. 17 points is what the defense gave up. And they had their gaffes throughout the game and bloopers. But nothing is worse than the Steelers' offense. Mitchell Trubisky is not the guy. He
been trying to tell you that.
I mean, he would be a great backup. We just talked about Chase Daniels. It's a lot of money for Mitchell Trubisky out there in the NFL as a backup, but not as a starter. And I think the thing that pisses me off the most is that I know that, you know, Mike Tomlin doesn't want like knee-jerk reactions or like be like super reactionary to one performance, but you scored 2 touchdowns in the same amount of games. Your offense is not good, and the quarterback is a big part of that. Guys are run. I mean, you just can't tell me with the amount of weapons that he has. George Pickens has 2 catches on the season.
Yeah,
he had 1 nice catch for 23 yards.
These 2 games just to see what Mitch is. He said all last season. He was a backup already.
Well, I want to ask a question along the same lines of what he's getting at. Are you willing to admit now that you were just being stupid with us and trying to present confidence when you signed Mitch and you always knew that this was going to be who he is? Or are you like really surprised at this point and like?
No, I mean, I never thought he was going to be.
Nah, you were hyped.
I never thought he was going to be
how many yards and touchdowns you said? At least
4,200 yards is all I remember that he said.
34 TDs. At least.
That's not crazy though, because if you break down the numbers, that's 250 yards per game. That's an average quarterback. 2 touchdowns per game. That's not too much to ask for. That's 1 touchdown and a half.
We see
that's not too much to ask for in today's NFL.
Gang of quarterbacks that don't put up 4,200 yards in a season.
I'm just saying, you should be able
randomly thought that Mitch would be able to
be like in the top 15. You putting up them numbers.
Yeah, you were so excited to get rid of Ben that you oversold yourself on Mitch.
That's all.
No, that's not what the case was. But that is something in today's NFL. 250 yards a game is not too much to ask for. It's not. That should be standard. We haven't cracked 200 yards. That's how bad Mitchell is.
Yeah, I put a bet in this weekend for all the 1 o'clock games to throw the quarterbacks to throw over 200 yards. You know how many people missed that shit that didn't throw 200 yards in the game? It's not a very common thing to do every single game. Not a lot of quarterbacks doing that, bro.
Plus, we tried to tell you when you said
not good.
When you said this crazy
Tom Brady
thing,
was one of them.
His team's not very good right now.
When you said this crazy thing, we tried to tell you that he's never done that before.
Right.
And you say he's never had these weapons before.
He can't see them. He can't see them. Literally, guys are running scot-free though. I mean, guys are running wide open in that Patriots secondary.
It was one point in the game where the announcer was like, "Yo, Patriots defense ain't even like playing to go back. They just playing up every play because they know he's not throwing it over there."
Yo, look, his job should be a lot easier.
Throwing screens and shit.
His job should be a lot easier. Deontay Johnson is severely underrated as a wide receiver in the NFL.
I agree with that.
And he can get open all the time. He was open several times yesterday, and Mitchell won't get him the ball. George Pickens was open several times yesterday. He couldn't get him the fucking Najee Harris wheel route. You got Matthew Judon on Najee Harris. Najee Harris should still be running to the end zone right now.
Judon
He underthrew it.
Judon nice though.
Come on, bro. You saw that underthrown ball. That shit was grossly underthrown. There's just so many of those.
Yes, I saw Judon break that shit up.
Even when Mitchell Trubisky makes a completion, it's a bad throw.
Damn.
Like, that's what I've seen.
So,
all of the sacks that he's taken have been his fault.
So you're genuinely surprised is the answer to that question.
I'm surprised that we will continue to do this knowing that the offense is stagnant. That's what I'm surprised at. Is you might as well play Kenny Pickett at this point. What do we have to lose? Let's not squander.
What's the point of having an offensive coordinator? Like, who needs him?
What do you mean?
Throw him out.
Oh, I mean, he's sucked ass too at this point. I think the offense at this point is just a joke. But it's too many great players on offense, like guys who could be considered top 10 players at their position, for them to be bad. That's all I'm saying. Like, or to be this bad. And
I do agree with that. They got a lot of talent, but I told you, Mitch ain't gonna bring out that talent. He ain't gonna do nothing crazy.
Right. I mean, at this point, I'm a believer in that. I've seen enough, and I think
Mitch is
the Steelers. And this was really pissed me off the most, man. They asked Mike Tomlin, so did you hear what do the Kenny chants do for you or whatever? Like, or does that move the needle at all? Blah blah blah. He's like, I didn't hear him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be stubborn with it. You know he's stubborn.
Stop it.
You know he's stubborn.
Stop it, man. You heard that shit.
You know he's stubborn.
It happened several times.
They're gonna try to ignore the game.
They're gonna try to ignore it. Screaming for Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know when it's gonna happen. I'm convinced that it will happen sometime this season. I'm just hoping it's not too late when they do make the change, because I'm not saying that Steelers are a quarterback away, but they're a quarterback away from being like truly competitive, at least in most games. And right now, the offense doesn't give you enough to be competitive.
I give him a couple more weeks if Trubisky don't start tightening up.
Yeah,
I don't see y'all just letting them ride the whole season with them playing like this.
Right.
It's just terrible, man. And that interception he threw, it's just like, what are you looking at, dog? What are you seeing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I appreciate him, though. I appreciate him a lot.
He's a bad player.
I'm glad he started.
And you know what? McCorkle, he's not great either. He's not.
Who's that?
McCorkle.
Yeah, you're the only person.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
You don't know who McCorkle is?
No idea.
Oh, Mac Jones. He's not great. That's his real name.
That's what we're doing.
So I was gonna ask you next though. How do you feel after that win? What about the Patriots as a whole? Are you thinking that this means
I feel like
anything?
as an offense altogether, we were mad undisciplined. I think we're still trying to figure out this new playbook and these schemes that we're running right now. Still take a little time, but this is the second game. We're still filling it out a little bit. I think Mac, when he steps in that pocket and makes throws like he's supposed to, he's efficient. He's accurate. He does what he's supposed to do. He puts the ball where it needs to be. It's just when he got to get right out of the box and shit like that, we got to tighten that shit up because he ain't good at maneuvering that. Like
he should have thrown a pick in the fourth quarter. It was dropped.
Yeah.
He threw it right to the defender. And I mean, that's one of the worst dropped interceptions I've ever seen in my life. Like, you got to have those.
Mac going to be all right.
You just dropped
that motherfucker Devontae Parker, though.
He got to go.
He
sucks.
This motherfucker can't get open at all.
Yeah, he's not good.
Like, it was like,
I thought that was going the opposite direction.
No. It was a couple plays. He had some one-on-ones. I'm like, the old Devontae Parker would have went up and got the motherfucking balls, but he just won't. He didn't look like he had it. Well, he didn't look like he had it no more.
You always have to question when the team trades a guy in the division, like within their division.
They didn't care at all.
They don't think much of that. Like how good could he be?
I mean, once you just got Tariq and you already got Water, you don't necessarily need Devontae Parker no more.
Yeah, you don't need him, but you definitely don't need to trade him to the opposition that you're going to see two times a year. I mean, sure. You'll trade him to anybody else if he was any kind of threat.
I'm sure.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't want to see. You think the Steelers were going to trade AB to the fucking Ravens? That wasn't going to happen. They didn't even want to trade him within the conference at first. Yeah. Until AB started putting, throwing a fit and shit like that. So that just tells you a lot about a player.
I just know he needs to get his shit together a little bit. So I know Devontae Parker to be a go-getter. That's what I know him to be. That's what I need if Mac gonna start throwing him the ball. But Jacoby look good. Aguilar look good. Fucking Kendrick Bourne look good. I like them. I like those guys. Like them a lot.
They're very mid wide receivers. Aguilar made a fantastic play. I think that was really
that catch was amazing.
That's really on the DB though, because it's like you had perfect coverage.
We're not doing that.
All you have to do is play the ball above your head. He was waiting for the ball to drop down into his breadbasket, and his excuse was it's a smaller receiver, so I didn't really expect him to go up. What the fuck do you expect a smaller receiver to do? They're gonna go up and get the fucking ball.
Disrespectful.
That's what smaller receivers have to do. What the fuck are you talking about? It just pissed me off.
Because he's gonna watch you just catch it in your basket like it's throwing you.
I can get if you're cradling and you're clearly like way past the wide receiver and you just track down the ball. Right. The guy was on your fucking back.
Right.
He saw the ball just like you saw the ball. Make a fucking play on the ball and stop waiting for it to come to you. But Aguilar, I mean, he made the play on the ball. I mean, that's what the game came down to. In the crucial moments, Patriots made the plays, Steelers didn't. Yeah. And were better coached on that fucking muff punt. The Steelers had fucking
muff punt was clutch.
The Steelers had 10 people on the field, and I was wondering how the fuck did this guy get down the field so fucking fast when I'm watching it? I'm like, how does that even happen? This guy's all in his face 5 seconds before the ball gets there. They had 10 players on the fucking field.
That makes sense.
That's just bad execution, bad coaching to me. But hey,
I got a feeling this is a little bit of fool's gold for the Patriots. Because of all the stuff that Carl just said, I don't think the Steelers are that good. Without the quarterback situation being addressed. So, not to like take away anything from the win, but I think you might have some of the same remorse talking about these receivers as Carl does talking about Mitch from before. I don't think these guys are going to make you happy throughout the year.
We still need a guy. I don't think they're one of those, but they play well. They play pretty well.
At least they made plays.
Yeah, they play well.
Mitch is not capable.
Jacoby going to catch that motherfucker you throw it to Jacoby. At the very least, he going to catch that bitch.
They made plays on like third down. Like that was an Aguilar play. That was a fucking 3rd and 3 with 30 seconds left to go in a half.
Yeah. That was the game.
That was it.
That play was
that and the muff punt.
The muff punt.
It really came down to 3 plays. It was the muff punt, the fucking mossing, and the dropped interception. Those are the 3 plays that sews up the game to me of why the Steelers lost. And really after the Akello Witherspoon, that's his name. I just want to put it out there because it's an APP on that guy. He's missing. Fucking after that play, I knew the Steelers lost the game. I mean, at that point, but that's how I know how bad the Patriots are because it shouldn't have been close down the stretch. But after that play, though,
I agree. We should have put up way more points. All them fucking penalties we was having on offense was killing us. That shit was pissing me off. It was like every drive we would do that shit. Besides the ones that we scored on. Yeah, that was the only drives we didn't have penalties on.
Yeah, but hey, I'm done. I'm done with it.
Yeah,
good now.
Well, keep up the Kenny chance.
The Kenny chance, yeah. I mean, that move is gonna have to get made at some point during the year, but I do think he'll be super slow and stubborn with it.
Yeah, I think so. Because just move on, man.
Yep.
This whole fucking I want a veteran quarterback shit is nonsense. Not when he's playing like that. Yep. He doesn't give you anything that he's turning the ball over. You know, he doesn't move the offense. What benefit does he have? How much worse can it get?
I told you, bro. I don't know what you saw in him before.
Yeah, I think he was just. I think he was lying to himself.
Pretty much.
That's my take on it. But it is what it is. We said last week when all of our teams look bad that I think all of our teams suck. I still think that's the case. All due respect, good win. Panthers absolutely suck. Matt Rule needs to be fired, and I think he will be within the next 2 weeks. I think I said that last week. Fully expect it at this point. He's terrible. He's got to go. He's going to go back to college.
But the Giants start off 2-0. When last time that they've done that?
And then they got the Cowboys coming up
well,
next.
How do you lose a game, though, where Christian McCaffrey is snapping like that? At least on rushing-wise, anyway.
What did he finish with?
15 carries, 102 yards, 6.8 per attempt. He must have had one big run or something.
He did break a really big run for like 50 yards or something.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's what it was.
Then. But it's just, it's a lot of the same stuff that you guys were just all saying. I don't even think Baker didn't look terrible.
His number was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, he didn't look good by any means, but I don't think he did anything specifically that, like, Baker will get all the blame.
Yeah.
Rule is the problem. Rule's the problem. He had a good run in college of being able to turn around programs, and I don't know enough about him. I would assume that may be a recruiting notch in his belt, that he recruits well and can kind of gain the respect and discipline of college kids because he was able to turn around multiple programs, but in the NFL, he just hasn't been very good, and they've lost, I think, 9 in a row now, dating back to last year, and they've been one-score games almost all.
That's hard to sell your team right there. Like,
that many losses in a row?
Yeah, 9 in a row.
Oh, and they're all close games.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't know what he's doing. The offense looks terrible, to be honest with you. And again, I think it's more of a scheme type of thing than the players just aren't getting it done. They just run stupid shit all the time. The defense has like talent, really super talented players at every level, and the defense looks like shit. I mean, I guess like this is kind of like, I don't know. You could say this about most teams, I suppose, but they just like, it's either a play where they bring 4 and immediately sack the quarterback with no extra blitz, or they bring 7 and there's just no pressure at all. And it's just like, how is this the same defense from one play to the next? They're just not any good. So,
yeah, J.C. Horn's been having some issues too. He's not looking fantastic.
He had one play that he got toasted on. That's honestly all that I remember. I don't remember seeing anything else that was particularly bad. But they fumbled the opening kickoff of the game, held him to a field goal, got another quick turnaround. They had the ball immediately, like on the 30, held them to a field goal. I was just, it's not worth getting into. I know y'all didn't watch that game, and nobody particularly cares about those two teams. So,
well, I mean, Baker, what was it, 14 for 29? That's 50%. That's bad.
Yeah.
145 yards. He's just like, damn, you played 4 quarters? You know, that's just really, at least y'all were moving the ball somewhat, I guess, in some fashion. But again, I just feel like, you know, if your quarterback can't crack 200 yards and you guys ain't rushed for 300.
Dude, you talking about 250. Motherfuckers ain't cracking 200 like that on a consistent basis.
Dude, no, but I'm saying that should be the expectation. I mean, in today's NFL, you should really have, damn near 200 yards at halftime. Or at least about 120 at halftime.
I know I've said this to you before, but I think it's fun seeing you experience a bad team.
Really?
Yeah, you've had Big Ben and you've had Brady for the majority of your adult lives. Y'all think
blessed.
Y'all think that this is normal.
Yeah, all we know is greatness.
What he's saying is true, and what you're saying is true. Like, if you're a good team at all, your quarterback should be between 200 and 300 yards every single game.
Exactly.
Like, relatively easily. Yeah. But there is a half of the league that doesn't get to see that.
Exactly.
And you're just finally experiencing what it's like to be a bottom 15 team. And this is what life is like for the teams that don't have Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. Like, this is the importance of getting that cornerstone franchise quarterback. And when you don't have it, you're fucked.
And it's why Kyler Murray gets paid.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to end up with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
You don't want to end up with that.
100% is.
I guess that's fair enough, but again, I just don't think it's too much to ask for. If you don't have a guy that can do that, you need to keep shuffling them motherfuckers around.
Well, this is what bad teams do.
And
then they've got a different starting quarterback for 6 years in a row, and it's like,
let's talk about that team.
What team?
The Colts. Let's
talk
about that team.
I was believing in Matty Ice.
Five consecutive seasons with a different starting quarterback,
and they've even tried to go with big names.
Yeah, they're
not even going through the bottom of the league shuffle where you take a first rounder that sucks and then some other guy sucks. No, they've gone through Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz. Like, they went and got names.
And first-round draft picks. Former first-round draft picks type guys.
Former MVPs. Matty Ice.
They put up 0.
They got shut out.
I know Pittman was out. They've got the best running back in the league on their team. They put up 0 to the Jags.
Jags whooped their ass.
Here's another guy who
nothing.
didn't throw for 200 yards, 16 of 30, 195 yards, and 3 interceptions.
Was Matt Ryan, I assume?
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor's numbers actually look pretty good, but when you're down 24
he
to
had
nothing.
like 31 carries, didn't he?
No, he only had 9.
So maybe I'm thinking of the last
9 carries for 54 yards. So, I mean, he still had, like, decent production.
I guess when you're down
6 a carry,
16, 17, 24, like, you're not going to be able to run the ball with Jason Taylor.
You're throwing 3 interceptions, so drives are ending short, too.
Right.
So, you just don't get opportunities for a lot of carries if your drives are ending short like that.
Haven't they been the team, though, that the past couple of years has done this a few times?
They haven't beaten.
Where they've lost the first 2 games of the year and then had a good season.
Well, specifically the Jaguars. Remember they lost to the Jaguars? They tried to blame the Jaguars loss.
In week 1.
No, that was the last game last year, but that could have put them in the playoffs. They tried to blame that shit on Carson Wentz. They haven't beaten the Jaguars in Florida like the past 9 times they played them there. It had nothing to do with Wentz.
That's crazy.
That has 0 to do with Carson Wentz at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some bad juju, voodoo type shit or something that y'all got to shake off. Y'all need to call Kyrie and tell him to bring the fucking sage or something to burn around the locker room. Like, inhale that shit or something. Boy,
Trey was looking good.
Bro, I don't know what's up with them.
Whew. Boy, Trey going for the MVP, ain't he?
What did his numbers look like?
25 for 30, 235, 2 TDs.
Oh, wow, nice.
It's not bad.
I think he's going to have a great year. I really like what I saw from him in the preseason.
I'll be honest, after week 2, I'm like, damn, that bet doesn't feel so great anymore.
6.5.
But at the same time,
they won.
They lost. They lost to the Redskins in week 1. So
for sure. They're not going to be a fantastic team.
I'm not saying like I'm dead, but once you come in and shut out an NFL team, no matter who it is, I'm like, oh, you might get 7 wins.
Right. It's very possible at the shit. Bad teams.
They got the Chargers next week.
Hey, good teams don't get shut out.
No, Herbert. Oh, they might steal one there.
Yeah.
They might steal one there.
Yeah, all I need to do is steal like 4 wins early, and then you're in trouble, motherfucker.
Right. That's crazy.
I know.
You're in trouble.
I still would have took that 8, though. You started with 8.
I'll make the bet. I would make the bet right now. If you want to double it, I'd make it again.
No, I'm good. I'm good where we at.
The Ravens is the one I'm scared of. We'll get to Baltimore
for sure.
That 10-1, man, I was stupid in the moment. God, I got hyped up for no reason.
Yeah,
gave him 10-1 for no reason at all.
But anyway, I got to take it. You know, at that point,
why not?
But still, I'm not high on the Jaguars, but I think they'll be much improved. I think they'll be a competitive team week in and week out. And I mean, I don't know where you go from now if you're the Colts. Like, I know it's early in the season or whatever, but you started off week 1 with a tie, then you come back with a loss.
The Texans.
Yeah, I mean, you're the last team in your division at this point, or at least tied for it.
The Texans.
Yeah, you've played the two of the worst teams in the league.
And they're in your division.
Both of them in your division.
And you couldn't get a win. The main saving grace is I forgot that they tied week 1. Yeah, they're not 0-2.
Nope.
They're 0-1-1. They've got talent.
Records.
There's going to be some looking in the mirror this week for sure. See what happens with them.
It's got to be about. I can't wait. I got to hear from the GM because he flamed Carson Wentz.
Yeah, he did
last year about how bad of a mistake that was.
Yeah, if Carson could have balled a little bit, he could really just be letting his nuts hang on them right now.
Well, he did ball.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he had a great
put up big numbers. You gotta need a little bit more to drop your nuts. But anyway, let's get into the three big comebacks. I believe there were.
Yeah.
Let's start with the Ravens.
Yeah, that's fine.
Damage on Favre. Sorry.
All right, so early in the day, I was looking at bets and stuff, and I was telling one of my boys the Ravens is the only game that's out of reach because we had bet on all the underdogs again this week. That was the only game that was a blowout in the wrong direction. What was the score before the comeback fully started?
Which one?
It was like 35-14.
35-14.
35-14. Ravens were up at the end of the third quarter.
Yep, started fourth.
Fourth quarter, Dolphins get a touchdown. All I can see is the scoring play, so it's a 2-yard touchdown.
4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
Good God.
2 of them were monsters. So they get a touchdown to cut it 21-35, get the ball back. Tyreek Hill, 50-yarder. Make it 28-35.
I'm jealous now.
Tyreek Hill, 60-yarder. Tie the game up. Baltimore takes the lead 38-35. And with 14 seconds left, Jalen Waddle catches the last touchdown.
That's nuts.
42-38. What a game.
Yeah.
Tua went nuts, son.
We did.
469 yards, 6 touchdowns.
6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know how many quarterbacks have thrown 6 touchdowns in the NFL?
It's just 2, right?
And not that many.
Well, it's more than 2.
I don't know.
In a single game.
I don't know.
I know Ben's done it twice, back-to-back weeks. Never been done before, just to let you know. Okay. Of course, Tom Brady's done it, I'm pretty sure.
We had to go there.
Ironically, Mitchell Trubisky's done it.
That was the one that I heard.
Of course, Patrick Mahomes, Eli Manning, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick has done it before, and Aaron Rodgers. But it's a short list.
Right.
Oh, guys, it's
Shout
not
out to
many.
Fitzpatrick being on that list.
Hell yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, him and Mitch is like
crazy.
outliers.
That's crazy.
You know. But, I mean, it's a short list. Guys don't do it often. It's just not something that happens, you know. But man, they went off in the fourth quarter there, and it's kind of what I expected to see out of their offense. It's just they can explode on you. They had the talent to do that.
It's dangerous, man.
Yeah, I mean, those
you got 2 receivers giving you about 400 yards.
Yeah, of offense.
Trouble. Like, what?
And I mean, I had a lot of criticism of Waddle when they first drafted him. I said, you know, I wouldn't draft a top 10 wide receiver who was below 6 feet. And he's like 5'9", 5'8", or something like that. But man, he plays big. That last touchdown reception is a big body catch to me.
That was.
You go up and get it, you know.
That was a nice catch.
That was a great
throw
to seal the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good throw, but I mean, you trusted your wide receiver at that point to make a play. So, I don't have anything negative to say about Waddle. I think he's big time.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I wish we could just have one of those.
I bet, right?
Just one of those guys.
Yeah, they look dangerous, son.
Shit.
They look dangerous.
Really surprises me about the Ravens, though. Those are just games that Ravens normally don't lose.
They're supposed to be able to run so well. It's just hard to imagine not being able to run out the clock in the fourth quarter when you're up 21.
Well, the problem is they can't run.
Yeah, but I say Lamar's there running.
Lamar Jackson was the rusher. The next highest leading rusher was, I guess, I don't know,
Jordan
Jay Hill for 16 yards.
Is that Jordan Hill? Justice Hill.
Probably Justice Hill. For 16 yards.
They got Drake too?
They got Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, I mean, they're down, what's his name?
Oh, God.
Dobbins. So they're certainly not with their top runners, but they didn't really give anybody that many carries either.
Fucking Bateman and Andrews had over 200 yards combined too.
Yeah, Bateman had that crazy play where he caught it over the middle and just housed it.
75-yarder was crazy.
I didn't know he had speed like that. But, I mean, it was apparent on that play for sure.
Yeah, he was gone.
The Lamar Jackson touchdown, the 79-yard rushing touchdown was crazy.
They opened the game with a 102-yard kickoff.
Yeah, and he had an incredibly...
Duvernay, yeah.
Yeah, he was really efficient passing the ball, too, though. 21 for 29, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns.
That's what he does best.
What?
That accuracy.
Were you making a joke?
Nah, I thought Tua's completion percentage is dumb high.
No, I'm talking about Lamar Jackson.
Oh, no. I wasn't. That was just a miscommunication. I would never say that about Lamar.
I'll say, yeah, you've never said that about Lamar before. Are you making a joke? You making it funny right now?
That's what he does
Not working.
No, I wouldn't have said that.
I mean, he's a good passer, completion percentage wise for his career. So, and he's this first 2 games have been really, really solid in that regard.
He should have waited to see if they was gonna sign that contract yet before they made that bet. Lamar about to go play nuts for the whole season now because they ain't finished that contract.
He always does. He always is nuts.
They're never gonna go up.
Not concerned.
I mean, it was gonna go up regardless. I think it's just the argument of guaranteed dollars at this point. But yeah. I mean, it was just surprising to me that the Ravens would let them back in there. But great news for the Steelers. We needed all the AFC North teams to lose, and they did. So I guess we can go on to the next AFC North team that took an L. Unless
Jets Browns. Or you got something on that Ravens game?
Oh, no, I'm good. Go ahead.
Jets Browns. I think this was the craziest comeback of all of them. Jets were behind the whole game. They kept playing catch up. In the second half, they tied it and would give up a touchdown multiple times in a row. They get up. Cleveland gets a kind of breakaway touchdown for Chubb. Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't score, the game would have ended. They wouldn't have had enough time to be able to get the ball.
Yeah, he ain't got the extra score.
He scores the touchdown. They miss the extra point to only go up 13. Jets throw a bomb for like a 75-yard touchdown right away, if I'm remembering correctly. And then an onside kick and recover the onside kick to get the next touchdown, 31-30.
Garrett Wilson, first-round draft pick, 8 receptions, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. He caught the last 2, I believe.
Yeah, where is he from?
Ohio State.
Okay.
Him and Chris Olave.
Yeah, he I started him in fantasy. He went crazy.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Big fan.
But the onside kick is so improbable.
Fucking Flacco.
Anytime you give up an onside kick and then lose the game, it's just crazy. There's
Anytime you let Joe Flacco throw 4 touchdowns at 0 interceptions, what does that say?
Good night.
That's insanity. That makes no sense at all. You've seen
In 2022?
You've seen the thing about the top 3 passers right now, right?
What's that?
In yards.
Joe Flacco's one of them.
Do you have any guesses? Top 3 in the NFL in passing yards right now.
Wouldn't be Aaron Rodgers. He had a
Tua had to be up there, right?
Yeah, Tua.
Tua's 1.
Joe Flacco.
Flacco's 2.
Lamar?
Carson Wentz.
Carson.
Yeah, he had some crazy games.
Flacco, Wentz, and Tua are the 3 leading passers in the NFL through 2 weeks.
Who would have thought?
That's just crazy. I know it's only 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's only 2 weeks.
Flacco should go ahead and shut it down now and start contract negotiations.
Let's do it.
Right now, I'm a top 2 passer in the
I
league.
need that re-up right now.
They're 1-1 as well, right? The Jets.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean that saved them right there. They shouldn't have won, but the Browns' defense is bad. I know you, Moss, you was so crazy about their roster.
I wasn't so crazy about them.
Oh, they're so good.
I was never crazy about
Their defense is terrible.
I was never crazy about the fucking Browns.
I'm just saying, dog. I mean, good defenses don't allow Joe Flacco to score 31 points and 4 touchdowns.
They did that.
That's just that's something.
It's really not much to say back.
Right.
I don't
got
think
nothing for
that
it.
they're nearly as bad as you try to say they are, but when Flacco does that, I'm going to just take that L and we'll go on to the next
You got
week.
it. You got it.
That was disgusting.
Miles Garrett's still 99, no matter what you say.
They needed him to be a 99 on the last couple drives there.
You're
I
right
don't see
about
that. I didn't see that flash.
You right about that.
I'll show up, but I'm sure he'll be a 99 on Thursday because it's still a stink.
So y'all do play him on Thursday.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That defense won't make Trubisky look good, so
Ain't that bad.
they ain't that bad yet.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I mean, just a terrible, terrible loss for the Browns. But
Let's get to
who else could
the
it
best
happen to?
comeback that I think is the best one out of the 3. That fucking Cardinals comeback on the Raiders.
They
should have lost that game.
20-0? Was it 20-0?
20-0.
That's crazy.
And we're playing the game. 8 minutes left in the third. So
Yeah.
it's like halftime, basically.
Yeah, I didn't even see the majority of the comeback. I saw the very ending of it. Once they had made it 15-23 is kind of when I started to tune in.
Yeah.
How did they get the touchdown?
Collar.
Was
They won that
his
game just 'cause of
crazy
Kyler.
run around? Was that his touchdown or
that was a 2-point
two-point
conversion.
That's what I thought. So that 2-point
hold on.
conversion.
I think that might have been a touchdown. No, the scramble was a touchdown.
Was-
The 2-point conversion, he did have a 2-point conversion that he
Yeah.
ran into later.
All right, one of those plays, the play took 20 seconds.
Yeah.
They had to.
He scrambled for
They
20
had to have
seconds.
gotten 2-point conversions. So
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
But it was either the touchdown or I think it was the 2-point conversion to tie the game. He was running around for literally 20 seconds. I watched the highlight today, and that was how long it took. That play was just ridiculous. He ran back and forth on the field twice.
He was playing Madden for real.
It's just silly. Once he gets out and starts improvising like that, he's crazy, crazy dangerous.
Yeah. It's hard to, you can't do nothing with it. Because you're not going to grab him. He's just going to maneuver out of the way.
He's super fast and agile for sure. But I mean, this puts me out on the Raiders for sure right now. Like, where's
Well, in overtime they fumbled.
Broncos
to lose
Raiders
again.
out the race in this heavy ass division.
Oh, they out. Hey, you start 0-2, or especially in the Raiders case, you start 0-2, you out. Yeah,
I think
for sure.
the Raiders have a better chance
It's just
because of Herbert. Because of Herbert being hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
The
if
Raiders
he's
are in must-win games now. but I don't think they're done.
But you know what they say about 0-2 starts. You know they say shit like this every year or whatever. Yeah. But it's pretty damning.
It's a little overboard. It's a little overboard though. 2 games.
Yeah, but I mean,
say they're done.
The stats for like those
historically though is not. I mean, you on the wrong side of the numbers. Put it that way.
We've seen teams start off bad and turn it around after 2 games.
I wish we had it because it makes the argument. It just kind of ends the argument.
Yeah.
The numbers are like retarded. It's something like 85% of teams that lose the first 2 games don't make the playoffs. Or something
it's
like
crazy high.
Like it's
crazy high.
Mean that
you at least got to split. Like if you got 1-1, you got a great chance. Like it's like 50% higher chances of making the playoffs or some shit. And of course, it matters like what 2 games you lost.
I think
to begin with as well too.
I think there's only 4 teams that are 0-2, which is crazy as well.
Yeah, I think that might be right.
That's nuts.
You got to think about this. The Raiders lost their first game. It was a divisional matchup
to the Chargers.
So that's like losing twice at that point. So you really almost like 2.5 or 0-2.5 or some shit.
Yeah, you know you got to beat them the second time.
So I think you said that last week when we lost to the Jets. It's not losing. We still got to play them twice.
Right, you can play them again, but I'm saying at this juncture, like in the standings of what that means, you're gonna go
because you drop below.
Right. You're gonna drop below everybody else.
That's true.
In your division. So
they're in deep shit.
Yeah,
they're in deep shit, and I haven't watched them enough. Like I don't know what it is that they're doing well or right, to be honest with you. But we didn't even mention that. I mean, the game-winning play was the fumble. They scooped the fumble and took it 60 yards for a touchdown. Renfro got hit.
Nice hit.
And then was like kind of recovering through the first hit. Had no idea the next guy was there.
Yeah, he stopped it
right
in the ball.
Well, that was his second fumble in 3 plays.
Yeah.
He had just fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
Like literally. I'm not even sure what happened on the first fumble. I know it got knocked out, but did somebody, obviously somebody on the Raiders recovered it. Or something like that, or went out of bounds. I can't remember exactly what happened though, but he definitely fumbled.
Yeah,
like the play before. So, sucks to be him that day for sure.
For real.
Yeah, it's got to be a tough one to swallow.
I think they'll be all right. For that first half of that game, that Raiders D line was on Kyler's ass. He couldn't get shit going for the first half.
Yeah.
So that D line was looking pretty good for him. I guess we'll see how that plays out as the season goes on.
What's going on with Devontae Adams with the Raiders right now?
What you mean? He looked good first game.
What were his stats game 2? Yeah, he went crazy game 1.
He only had 2 catches the second game 2.
Whoa.
2 catches, 12 yards.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's weird.
And a touchdown. His touchdown was at the 1 yard line.
That's really weird.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
Who got their yards?
I got him on my fantasy.
They really didn't have a bunch.
Renfro and fucking Hollins and Waller kind of split it a little bit.
But it's not like Carr went crazy, 252 yards. You know.
Do you think that how many targets did Adams have?
Yeah, about 10, I think. 7. Renfro had the most with 10.
Okay, that's weird. I don't know.
Even with a double team, though, you expect them to put up
more than 2.
Yeah,
I seen a few passes that was a little off. They was throwing to him.
Yeah,
I feel like he tries in a lot of cases he's kind of still trying to force his Devontae in some points. They got to get a little bit more rhythm.
That's why I was asking those questions. I was wondering after that first week if he didn't get many targets since he only had 2 catches and they were like overcorrecting to not throwing him the ball too much. But he had 7 targets.
Think they were trying to get Renfro involved more because I don't think he got no catches for week 1 or something like that.
Yeah.
So he got 10 targets in that game.
Well, they could dial that shit back.
That shit go down.
Fucked up there.
Let's turn this shit back around.
Yeah, they choked bad.
Came into the season with a good rep, and then you had to trick a game up.
Yeah, you can't. One fumble, it can be forgiven. But you do that shit again in OT, and that shit was picked up and taken back
for the game.
Damn, you gotta feel like shit.
Right.
Who feeling worse? PNB's girl.
That two-way conversion, that Kyler throw, though, that was nuts. Back in the end zone joint.
Yeah, no, you're right. The runaround was a touchdown.
Yeah.
That pass was ridiculous.
I don't think I've seen that.
It got through the super tight
back in the end zone. AJ Green. Was falling and called it.
No, that was a great pass.
The game time jump.
Yeah, the game time.
Yeah. That was a great pass.
Nuts.
No doubt. I forgot about that.
That was pretty clutch.
Good call.
Pretty clutch, but good comeback. That's why That's why they pay him the big bucks, because they're not winning that game without Kyler doing what he did in that second half. Definitely at all.
I mean, they probably wouldn't win many games at all, probably without Kyler. So I'd agree.
True.
Saints and Falcons game was super boring, but except for the fight.
Rams and
Saints.
Falcons?
I meant Saints and Bucks.
Oh, Saints and Bucks.
Yeah, my bad. Super boring game, except for the little fight that took place here. Michael Thomas and Lattimore. They need
Mike Evans.
Evans and Lattimore.
I'm just fucking up all over the place. But those two need to they need to fight.
Yeah.
They need to fight.
They do this shit every matchup.
Locked in a room and get this shit out. Mike Evans is crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't see the brawl though.
It wasn't that
the
serious.
shit out of Lattimore's ass. That's how he popped it off.
Lattimore was talking shit to Brady, and I think Fournette was in the mix, and he gave him like a little push. Nothing different than what you'd see in any football game.
Right.
And just as soon as it happens, Evans just comes sprinting from
he
distance.
sparked all like he was waiting on that moment.
And shoved it the fuck out of the way. But that's what I'm telling you, he's got like a radar on anything Lattimore does. He's just
Didn't he come off the sideline last year and get in trouble for he got like fined for that shit?
It was definitely within the last couple of years that he went running from the sideline to throw a punch.
Had nothing to do with him.
Nothing.
It was on Lattimore.
It's real beef. It's like Crabtree and fucking Akeem Talib.
It's
really
worse than
is.
that.
Real
Like
fucking
they
beef.
really hate each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it though. I had Evans under on yards. He was 3 yards short before he got ejected. So shout out to Mike Evans. And he's suspended for next week. I love
he's suspended.
Fuck the Bucs.
Is Lattimore suspended as well?
No. They both got ejected, but Evans is the only one that caught the
Well, I
suspension.
wonder why Lattimore got ejected though. Because of retaliation?
Because they kind of turned up afterwards.
I mean, he kind of started it as well, even though it wasn't warranted to get into all this huge situation. He was the initial antagonist.
No, okay. Yeah, they those just. I would honestly say, look, if we go play this game, I would have a conversation with the other coach. Like, look, if we go play this game, let's just sit both of these motherfuckers because we'll never get through the game. They do this shit every fucking
to sit
game.
them both. Two of your best players.
They do this shit every fucking game, though. Like, and eventually it's just let's just play the football game, bro, and get up out of here. I feel like they're gonna they hate each other now, but they'll meet each other sometime down the road and realize that they really like each other. Like they'll become friends or something, and like do a TV show or some kind of special together.
They do a Tom Brady's run with the Bucks 30 for 30, and they'll talk about it.
Oh yeah, sure. Like, actually, we're really good friends now.
That would be cool.
Hang out and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I think they just gotta let it go. Whatever happened, I mean, that girl is old news now. It's got to be a female, right? That's the only reason why dudes fight like this. It's got to be a female. So
probably. Your boy Jameis sucked. Motherfucker's ass.
He did.
He's back on his shit again.
He's got multiple broken backbones or something.
Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Is that why I said pain is everywhere?
Pain is everywhere. It's all over.
Pain is everywhere.
I believe.
What does that mean?
I believe it was vertebrae. It could have been. It could have been rib cage. I can't remember. He's got like 3 or 4 broken bones.
He said them boys hit hard.
Well, I
give him a little pass on that.
Jameis isn't good enough to play through injury. To have him be the guy.
You need him to be
to play
100%
through an injury. He's not good enough.
No.
To do that with. Like, it's certain quarterbacks, it's like, all right, I want him on the field regardless, no matter what. Justin Herbert would likely be one of those guys,
Right.
We did with Ben for years. But Jameis Winston isn't that. Like, your backup, 100% of your backup is better than 50% of Jameis.
Jameis is barely good enough healthy. It's not going to be the guy hurt.
I think he's moving more than barely, but that's fine.
Yeah, but you're the defender.
I was about to say, like, he's not that good. He's not that good at 100% either.
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be that guy. That's still in the game playing hurt.
What that
If he was what you thought he was, he wouldn't be on his second team, kind of trying to hold on to a spot.
If he was what I thought he was, he'd be a 2-time champion by now.
Exactly. I'm so glad you said that. Oh,
we got 2 of them out the way, Mitch and Jameis. Let's fucking go.
What were you saying?
Wasn't that Brady's first win against the Saints?
Yeah, in the regular season. He did beat them in the
with
playoffs.
Yeah, with the Bucks.
With the Bucks first.
They've normally whooped their ass every time they play in the regular season. It hasn't been a close contest.
I'm telling you though, man. I think the Bucks are just going to win games all year.
Yeah,
they're going to win. They're going to win ugly games against the NFC deficient teams. And they're going to finish the season with a super good record. I don't have a lot of respect for them.
Somehow to make it into like the NFC Championship game or something. Yeah,
I don't think they're like a legitimate Super Bowl team, but the NFC is down. And Brady just knows how to win. They have enough pieces there.
That really is a thing, though.
LeBron left the East and went to the West, and then all the West players went over to the East. That's what Brady's doing there when he went to the NFC. All the best team players went over to the other side when he switched over.
That really makes a big difference, though, just having a guy who knows how to like win games type shit. It makes a huge difference.
Because when you're playing, that won't work when they play an actual really good team.
Right, you won't get a chance.
But when you're playing these average NFC teams, all you need is Brady. All you need is Brady. He can get it done.
Give you a chance in the fourth quarter to make a play or a drive for a field goal. Brady could probably do that at 52. Because you need a field goal.
Yeah.
You know, he probably could drive a team down there for that.
I mean, close. Fucking 45.
Right, I'm just saying, like, how long will we be able to at least get you a field goal out there? I mean, we're talking years from now. Yeah. To just get you 3 points to close out a game, that's nothing to Brady. He might not be good the other, whatever, I guess 48 minutes or whatever it is throughout the game, but
they're good enough to put up this 17 to 20 point range.
Yeah.
Points, and they're going to keep getting wins against these average and below average teams.
Yeah.
So I think they end up with a whole bunch of wins, but hopefully not hate them.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Lions beat the shit out of the Commanders. I don't have anything to say about it, but
they were whooping their ass the whole time.
They put up 35 week one.
Are the Lions trying to get some respect out here?
Yeah, the offense might be on something.
They putting up some numbers.
35 plus in both games.
M.A.C. Brown, real deal though. That dude's nice.
Yeah,
though.
he really him.
I like that guy.
He had 2 carries for 68 yards, along with 9 receptions, 116 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
That's crazy.
Motherfucker think he Debo Samuels, ain't it?
I wonder if it was an actual run or if he caught a screen pass or whatever.
Who knows? That shit was a fucking.
I mean, it had to be some kind of a handoff, probably like a jet sweep or something.
It could be a wide receiver screen.
If it was lateral,
right?
It had to be like you don't see that often.
Nah, you don't see
like a perfect lateral
St.
play.
Brown play in the backfield very often either. I don't know.
I don't watch a lot of Lions games. I don't know how he's utilized. Honestly, I just know the stat line at the end of it.
That you were our NFL expert.
Close enough. I mean, the guy's a baller. That's all. That's much as I can give it to you.
We can agree on that much.
He definitely is like that.
I mean, Jared Goff tossing 4 TDs.
Excuse me.
And Carson Wentz didn't play bad. It was just it was too little, too late type thing.
Yeah,
they were down.
Yeah,
big.
They were getting smashed already. It's 22-0 at least at one point.
Yeah, it's 22-0 at halftime.
So they
came out in the third and scored 15. What'd you say?
So they tried to be the fourth comeback of the day.
They did. They gave an effort.
Almost.
And they are who they are.
Y'all think about Jimmy G getting back in the game?
Oh yeah, Trey Lance. Broken ankle.
Seahawks turned into the team that we really think they're really going to be throughout the season.
They're back.
Yeah. Gino was Gino again.
I thought the Jimmy G thing was kind of funny because to me, I always thought he was the better option. For this season. I didn't think Trey Lance from what you had seen early on. I just don't think he's
I kind of agree with that. I think Jimmy get a bad rap because I guess he's not the greatest in the playoffs, but he's been to 2 NFC championships.
Right.
It's like not many quarterbacks have done that at all in longer careers.
Right.
But he's helped taking his team to the NFC championship twice. What more could you ask for?
When the injury happened, I thought the 49ers got a little bit better.
They did. They was flowing, playing consistent, making plays.
Well, I also think that it's a thing where it's I guess, is morale a good word to use? He like his presence might galvanize the guys a bit because they fuck with Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's been there. You know what I'm saying?
They've been in the trenches with him for the last 2-3 years.
I'm not comparing him to like necessarily because Nick Foles is a better quarterback, but it's like that Nick Foles effect of where like the guys just like him more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at that point, you know, it's so much like intangible shit with team sports. But that shit is a big one of just liking a motherfucker that you play next to. You know,
you go a little harder for him.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's or just a respect level. Like the wide receivers might know, like Jimmy likes the route run this way, and that's the way I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? That might be in the back of their mind. Yep. And Trey Lance don't have those kind of details yet. He hasn't played enough football to possess that kind of information yet, or to command that kind of respect on the field. And at least Jimmy has that. You know, he's not a fantastic player, but the guys seem to like him and respect him, and that's enough to be a starting quarterback.
Do you have any thoughts on Lance different than before the draft? You've always been high on him.
Not really. I mean, I still think, you know, he's a developmental type of prospect. I think he has a lot of tools that I just think he's wildly inaccurate right now, and I'm not sure if that can be fixed. But it worked for Josh Allen. Again, people forget that Josh Allen was a 50% career thrower his first 3 years in the league till they got him a real target.
So then they got Diggs.
Yeah, now he's been like above 64%. So, you know, I think, you know, that could be a thing. I'm not sure if he could develop into an awesome passer, but I liken him to Cam Newton a bit with the arm talent. You know, he just don't know how to take, you know, the heat off the ball sometimes. That's my biggest knock on him is like his consistency throwing the ball. But I think he could play and be a somewhat successful quarterback in the NFL. I still do think so, yeah. But he's going to miss the rest of this season.
Still a big question mark for me. It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with this in the offseason since they just signed Jimmy back for just this season.
You got to roll with Trey Lance. He just hasn't played enough football overall. That's the hardest evaluation.
He might miss another season.
He played 1 year at North Dakota State, which is not a big program. He had a great season, but then he didn't play the next season due to COVID, and he didn't play his rookie year in the NFL. So he just really hasn't played any football in like 2 or 3 years. Well, it's definitely going to be like 3 seasons now. So I don't really know what to expect going after this, just because, again, you know, my theory
you don't get better not playing football.
You don't get better not playing football. I mean, that's just the facts to me. I mean, repetition is key.
Yeah. My gut feeling with him, without having a whole lot to back this up, I think he just got like overvalued. I don't want to say overvalued. I feel like he just got so hyped up because he has this like cannon and he's fast.
Yeah.
So it was like just a falling in love with potential type thing. So all the stuff that you were saying about like the team camaraderie and morale and stuff, I agree with that. I think like maybe another piece of it is if you're a Debo or like a viable part of the offense, like I'm in my small window right now for the NFL and to be a superstar and so forth. And it's like, I don't care how much potential this guy has.
Right.
I need a quarterback right now. And it's just like, it was kind of a relief for them to see we're going to get Jimmy G. Yeah. We know what we're getting. All this potential stuff could be really cool, but I don't have time for that right now.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't have any.
It's a tough spot.
They're in a tough spot going forward. Honestly, it's because you can't just let you fucking traded up for Trey Lance.
You got to give him a chance.
You got to give him a chance to play and see what you have. Yeah. But at the same time, you could be risking your entire season because of that.
And in the NFL, you could risk
your coaching job
5-6 years off of 1 year bad decision.
Yeah, right. Or just your job.
Yeah.
Guys get fired because of that.
Right.
That's just the reality.
Cool that y'all got to figure out Lance.
Right.
I need a job.
Right.
So I need us to put up points on the offensive coordinator.
Right. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So
I know the motherfucker Jimmy about to get caked up this year though. You see, he made $350K off that game. It said he gonna get $250K for every game he plays more than 25% of, which is obviously gonna be every game.
Every game going forward,
and an extra $100K for every time they win.
Well, but this is just a part of their agreement that they made, though.
Yeah, the bonus.
Because he took way less money to stay. So nice for him to be able to win that back.
Yeah.
Make him play for some incentives. That sounds great. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get a little bit of extra. You never know what motivates a man.
Incentivize Jimmy G.
That might be it.
Yeah.
You never know. So
you know, fucking $250,000 every game. Just because you playing,
right.
Might do a little something extra.
That's pretty nice.
All right, so the last two games I think that had any noteworthy stuff. Bengals got upset, knocked me out of the survivor pool. By the way,
did it?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Cowboys took the Bengals out. Cooper Rush looked confident, son. Playing, he looks confident. I kind of liked him out there.
Cooper Rush was out there getting to it.
When you put him if you judge him off the fact that he's a backup quarterback, I think that's probably the most you could ever ask for.
Yeah.
Like the way that he played. He threw one pick, and there was a few that could have been. They weren't the best passes, but like he wasn't out there.
He came
nickel and diamond on some BS.
He came out
and slinging,
put up points.
He ain't throwing no picks. It's not in the stat book.
I'm thinking of Fields. I'm thinking of Fields at the end of the night.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, you're right. So no picks.
He came up there and put up points, and I mean it wasn't a lot, but it was enough for them to hang on and win the game. That's all you can ask for from your backup quarterback is give us a chance to win this game. And he didn't do anything for them to lose it. Gave him a chance to win it, and he had some like I said, some early drives that was really crucial. I mean, and they ran the ball well. I thought Zeke looked pretty spry. I don't know if it was me, but him and Tony Pollard, they
Tony Pollard might, I think, really him though.
He's fast.
That motherfucker be moving.
Yeah, he's fast for sure. That dude Noah Brown, man, he made some plays that were impressive. I thought
he did make some big plays.
He came out of nowhere.
He did make some big plays. Yeah, that Bengals line is horrible.
For it to be revamped,
horrible.
You know, Joe Burrow's on pace to get sacked 110 times this season.
Jesus Christ.
He won't make it there because he'll be hurt before that. They're on pace to get up 110
sacks. It's like he has no time to do anything. If he's not doing any short routes, he's not getting the ball off.
I think he did hold the ball a couple times to force a sack, but at the same time, again, I mean, the offensive line is getting worked. They gave up 6 sacks.
Bodied.
So the only bail I'll give them, they don't deserve much. They clearly have not improved very much, but they did face the Steelers defense and Cowboys defense so far. I think both of those two have a very legitimate defense. So they play the Jets this week. Obviously, they'll be in must-win mode. So
the Ben Flacco's still another one.
We shall see.
They start out 0-3. What's the odds on that to make the playoffs?
Carl Lawson. He's a pretty good edge rusher.
Y'all talk about
you probably don't know who that is. Carl Lawson.
No.
Former Bengals player. He'll probably be out for revenge. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, watch out. I don't know. I think this is going to be a huge letdown season for the Bengals this year. I said
that too. I'm still on that with you.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have.
I was thinking they was gonna be more efficient, but if that line is just not gonna block all year, they have no chance of doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean they'll get Joe Burrow killed.
Agreed.
Pretty much, but I don't know what to think of the Bengals right now. Even defensively, they haven't been like the unit that they were at the end of last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Sad to see.
I don't even think the Broncos game is worth talking about.
Chasing numbers going to start to even out now after this season. They're going to start to even out.
No, they still have a fantastic year when it's all said and done.
Probably so.
Probably not like last year, though.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Hard to replicate that.
Right.
I had mentioned the Broncos earlier. I don't really think they're worth talking about, but I do think that they legitimately suck. They won. They beat the Texans.
Yeah.
Good job. Got to win. I think they suck, though. They look bad to me.
Russ don't look like Russ no more.
Nah, I thought the same thing.
He didn't last year though. I thought we were talking about this.
He did say that, but he had the injuries. So we was thinking that.
Wasn't it last year that he played really well the first half?
He did. He was on fire for like the first couple of games, then he got injured.
He was like the MVP through like 9 weeks.
Something
and
like that.
And then he had a terrible finish.
Yeah, towards the end of the season, he was awful.
Once he came back, I think he hurt someone's throwing hand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was his thumb or something.
And he was supposed to be out like 6 weeks or some shit, and he was like, I'm healed after like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, he came back early, and he didn't look like he was good.
But he still looks just as bad.
So that was his excuse then. Like,
and now he has better weapons than he did before.
Now it's like, oh, you just really can't throw it like you used to.
They got a run game. 14-31. That's not Russell Wilson.
Right.
Russell Wilson is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
From what we know, it's like really like Drew Brees, but with like athleticism and shit, who can make like the Houdini type play out of nowhere. And I don't know.
Yeah, something off with that. It's weird.
I don't either. Oh, well.
Shout out
Big
Corey
Broncos
Sutton,
fan anyway.
my boy. My fantasy
Sutton's
squad.
nice. Sutton and Judy both solid.
Russell, do you think it's just that you seen all the corny memes? I mean, people been attacking Russell Wilson for years now.
That suit that he wore that week 1, that shit was ugly.
It was.
Did you see him practicing, like coming out, like practicing?
Like, you make too much money to wear that tacky ass suit.
Dapping everybody up and shit out the tunnel. Nobody was there. It was like, yo, this is the most cringe shit I've ever seen. Like, why are you doing this? Why is he doing that?
Broncos country.
I don't know.
Let's ride.
That's right.
Yeah, man. It's sad to
It's
see.
hard to buy into a guy like Russell Wilson. This is I don't know. He's a great
It's hard to
quarterback,
buy into him.
but I can't fuck with him.
I hate how much he gets hated on. He's a dork. He knows it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with him embracing
so.
his personality, but again, like I still think it's a certain kind of guy who's able to lead men, and I'm not sure if that guy is necessarily Russell Wilson. I'm not sure of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's probably a good leader. He's just corny. He's just a corny guy. That's all right, babe. It's all right. You corny.
I don't think corny and good leader go together. I think that's like one of those characterizations or behaviors that I don't want associated with my leader. Is this guy's corny? Like,
You had good coaches that was corny.
Yeah,
and
I don't
shit. You had people
particularly
that was
care.
corny.
Production. Need production.
Whatever you can do to get the guys going, whether it's corny or not, if it works, it works.
I think there's a legitimate concern over him and like the leadership aspect in that I don't think he doesn't know how to blend with the team.
You're right.
So
That's what
there is like a splinter between you could be a great teammate, leader, put in the preparation time and like do everything necessary to be a great leader.
But guys have to like you too.
You ain't hanging with Russ after the game.
Yeah, if they can't
It doesn't
connect
even necessarily
to
hang it, but guys have to like you too.
it's gotta have a
And
connection.
I'm not sure. Right. And I'm not
There's gotta
sure.
be some kind of connection where they respect you. And I don't think I think that's what it is. I don't think he has the respect of his teammates.
I don't know. Maybe.
Which I don't know. I mean, he does the football things, but
They paid him a lot of money, man.
they did.
They paid him a lot of money, bro.
I don't think he's done. But they look bad.
He definitely on the back half.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, it's on the back end.
We'll have to figure out as we go through the NFL how we want to do this and try to maybe shorten some of our NFL takes. But
Right.
that was week one.
Gotta
We'll be
pick
back
out
next week.
Highlight certain games.
Yes, I think that might be a better
Well, I feel
idea.
like that'll happen just as naturally as the season goes along. It's just
Once we've got a little bit better idea what actually
right.
are
We're so
good
drunk on
teams and
football
stuff.
right now. We don't know who's what's what type shit. So
That's true.
it's kind of got to everything's surprising
Right.
at this point. When we see the Bengals getting blown out in week 8, it's not going to be a surprise no more.
Right, at that point,
it's
like,
like,
oh,
oh, this guy
Bengals
suck.
suck.
They've been ass all year.
Right.
But you had a Kyrie Irving topic that you mentioned. I haven't seen anything about this at all. So tell us what's up.
It's not really like a topic because it really only lasted for like a day. But apparently, he posted some clip of Alex Jones talking about conspiracies and shit. The shit he would get into. Mm-hmm. I guess it has something about saying like the COVID was fake or something. He said in or some shit like that.
Oh shit! I thought that was a pick. My bad.
But it was when people was on his ass. And I went into his story. He was like posting he was dropping some shit on his fucking story that day. He was just getting some shit off, bunch of wild different clips, and it was just like, all right. I mean, people just making a big deal out of anything with Kyrie at this point. As That's why I just see it as. It's not that serious.
I mean, what was the thing about Alex Jones? That's a pick.
He was.
That's a pick.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It was just a clip to him talking about conspiracy and how this, motherfucking government running shit and da-da-da. It's one of them conspiracy-ass joints and people just start going in on him.
So I don't think this is a Kyrie thing because of the Alex Jones piece. Anybody that's big enough.
And it was old. It was like from early 2000s, a clip of Alex Jones from like 2002 or something.
Yeah. I'm just saying, anybody that's big enough within the public eye, that's like currently active in the public eye, they don't fuck with Alex Jones. Anybody shares an Alex Jones clip and you're getting the outrage. So I don't know exactly what the clip was or what was being talked about, but anything Alex Jones related will be hyperactive towards getting hate. And I don't know. I don't know much beyond
I feel the comments people were saying was kind of funny though. Somebody said, I wonder how many times KD got to say, damn, that's crazy when he had to talk to Kyrie.
When he had to what? Talk to Kyrie.
Every time he got to say, damn, that's crazy.
Can't get away from it.
Just move on, bro. Just move on.
People try to get him banned off, off that.
Yeah, once you mess with Alex Jones, they'll try to get you banned real quick.
He says, Kyrie is dangerous, a dangerous, dangerous man. All right, we get it, bro. He just posted something on his story. I get it, whatever.
I'm kind of curious about it now. I'll have to look at it later.
Yeah, you check it out. I got shit on it. What's next?
You got anything else?
Not really nothing crazy. Oh, Tory Lanez security stole off on August Alsina.
Was it the security that did it?
Yeah, it was security. They want Tory.
Okay, I have a hard time imagining that Tory Lanez even has the body weight to knock a grown man out.
I'm sure he keeps security all the time. Just a little dude.
I mean, I would.
Pretty little dude.
Shoot your feet up.
I mean, he was a security that night with Meg, though, wasn't he?
She was a security,
She
actually.
was a security.
Both nights. Probably. But, I mean, yeah, that was a interesting story there. Not sure what all happened. But I'm sure August Alsina is the type of guy who deserves a good knocking out every month or two.
Why is that?
He just looks like that kind of guy that's like, yo, dog, you need your ass put to sleep. 1-2, bow.
I guess. Put to sleep.
Well, I watched the interview with Nav this week.
The academics joint?
Nah, it's actually that Full Send podcast.
Oh, that's your shit right there.
I don't hate him as much as I used to.
He got you at the interview.
He seems like a cool dude. Honestly, I don't even remember why I hated him. I think his music at first just annoyed me, but I like some of his songs more now.
You should check out his album.
Yeah, I plan to. I downloaded it. I didn't get a chance to yet.
It's pretty good.
But he sounded like a cool dude. I don't know. He just had good vibes and stuff. And I didn't know that he was one of the producers for Back to Back. That was something
that's interesting.
I didn't realize.
Damn, I didn't know that either.
That seems to be kind of like his first initial takeoff.
Really?
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. But otherwise, I don't have a lot to say about Nav. But I almost feel like I
think
owe
he's
him
like
an apology.
a funny looking dude when I see him.
That's funny you produced that.
He looked like a guy you went to high school with. Like, literally.
Probably. That's funny that he produced that because he got a hard song with Meek that I like. That they put out a couple years ago. So it's funny that he got a song with Meek, but he produced Back to
Meek
Back.
had to wave the white flag.
Well, he was talking about producing that and then something about producing the whole album or something. I don't know. He's just an interesting dude. He honestly, he came off like the nerdy type of dude from a music standpoint that you see from Logic.
Right.
But like not the nerd.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like he seemed like he would just get like super into the craft of making music and could just go get locked away for 3 weeks and just not talk to anybody and he would be cool with it. But he didn't seem like a real actual nerd.
Right.
It was cool. You gotta check out the Cole Bennett one though. I think you'll like that.
I seen that. I meant to check it out, but I'm sure it's dope.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cole was super interesting to listen to. He just is a very specific in his vision and how he does things, and just he was talking about working on a video with Kanye for I think it might have been the one with him and
Melly.
Yeah, it was
with the box.
That was my shit right there.
He was talking about that one, and he had done everything and stuff, and they were getting ready to drop it. And at the last minute, Kanye was like, "Yo, I think the color palette should be done in black and white." And he was just talking about the conversation between him and Ye because he refused to change it. He said he just really had like a specific plan and reason why he chose the color palette the way he wanted to. He didn't feel like it would come across the right way. And
I think he made the right call.
Respectfully declined, but he was like, yeah, Kanye was not happy. And it was just interesting hearing him kind of talk about situations like that.
That's that mixed personality.
Kanye don't get a lot of no's.
Yeah.
And that's some bullshit. If you ready to drop it, you was like, no, change that whole shit up.
Yeah.
No.
It sounded so much like some Kanye shit. Like this dude just put in mad hours to edit everything.
It's not even, it won't even Kanye's song, though.
No, it's Melly's song.
It's not your song. It's not your video, sir.
And that was kind of his fallback answer. What Cole was talking about. He was like, look, I established this vision with Melly.
Right.
He wanted it to go this way. I told him I was going to shoot it this way. He's not even here to give input, so I can't just change what we agreed upon.
Right.
Because Kanye is like, I want it this way. But
so why don't you say that shit to Melly? See how that goes for you.
I don't think Kanye would be afraid to voice his opinion to anybody. But
alone? Just you and Melly, I think it'll be a little bit different.
Me and Melly, yes. Kanye and Melly, I don't think so. I don't think Kanye has this...
I don't think he's tripping.
No, he's got the irrational confidence. Whatever I tell somebody, they're going to like.
He might sound a little bit different talking to Cole Bennett than he would to Melly. Kanye strikes me as that kind of person, as he knows who to talk to in certain ways. He'll tone that shit down real quick if he knows somebody who'll choke his ass out.
I see that.
You know, he might still express his feelings. It'll be in a different way, though.
I could fire off on Cole Bennett's ass if it came down to it.
It ain't gonna be no houseway moments with somebody wild and young like Melly and shit. There's not gonna be that, you know. If you notice, soon as Sway told him like, yo, we can take all this shit off and go somewhere, and Kanye was like, I'm not disrespecting you, brother. Kanye not a fighter.
Like, Sway did ask him to step outside.
Kanye not a, his whole tone switched up.
I don't buy this. I don't buy this at all.
I'm telling you, man. Kanye not a fighter, though. That's why he don't want no confrontation of that kind.
Kanye's not someone to think through the repercussions of his actions. Kanye says what's on Kanye's mind at all times. I don't think he's biting his tongue because Melly's.
I'm not saying biting your tongue, but you're going to choose your words.
I don't think so.
You're going to watch your tone type thing.
I don't think he's talking to everybody the same way. Like, he ain't turning up on Hove. I think it's certain people that I think like he's not gonna turn up on. Like he away from Hove, like we was on the stage and went crazy on the stage.
Right.
Hove wasn't there. He wouldn't have did that if Hove was at the show. He wouldn't have went crazy on you know what I'm saying? I think he
just strikes me as one of those people just because I know people like that. It's like you don't really want anything to do with any real kind of confrontation from what you're saying, but you still gonna get your shit off. I get it. Go ahead, do that. But when somebody actually want to do something about it, you gonna change that shit up pretty quick.
Didn't he give Beanie Siegel staking Yeezy because he was the first person to call him Yeezy or something like that?
He said he was. I'm not sure.
Sound like it's extortion to me. What the fuck you gotta give Beanie Siegel? Beanie Siegel millions of dollars.
Well, probably. I mean,
it was one of those all right. I see what's going on here.
Beanie said he got him out of some tough situations a couple times.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he fucking did.
Hey, I know he owed Beanie for more than just that, for sure.
Fucking Beans was about that life back then.
Yeah,
for sure. What else we got? Coming towards the end.
Yeah, I got nothing else. Last couple minutes here, so if you do, feel free.
The only thing I told you, they gotta lock that boy Brett Favre up.
Well, it's got to go. Oh, I forgot about the Suns on it too, but that's
Brett Favre needs some years.
Yeah,
in prison.
Country boy scam's different. He's about to use the welfare to pay for his daughter's
He did. No, it was this.
It happened.
That shit's done.
That's wild.
Millions of dollars. And then he took like 1.1 million or something like that too and he's supposed to be like a motivational speaker. And he never gave any speeches from the same welfare check
legit scams out here.
Yeah, and it's like text message conversations of him saying like, "Oh, so the media can't find out about this, right?" Just crazy shit. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure if anything will actually come of it. I think he will be penalized in some kind of way, but I doubt there'll be any jail time associated with it.
That's a different level of connections right there.
Some white collar crimes, dog.
Getting government funds.
Yeah, I mean, especially from it's from Mississippi welfare, which they don't fucking have water right now, so it's kind of fucked up. Just when you think about it on multiple levels, it's like one of the poorest, I guess, areas in our country. So it's fucked up.
Where's it at? Alabama,
Mississippi. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Understood.
Got anything else?
Not really, man. Bunch of bullshit.
I don't either.
Party and bullshit and party.
We ain't really talk about no music like that. Sembla drop. It's a good album.
Oh, that's the dude at that freestyle.
Yeah, he had a couple of them. Went crazy.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
cool.
want to check it out too.
Went crazy.
I haven't got a chance to yet. I like him a lot though. Maybe we can cover some more music next week. We'll try to get
Rich Homie Quan's on DJ Academics.
I seen that. Seen some clips.
Yeah.
Rich Homie started making a little comeback. He got a couple of records out there I'm fucking with.
I never thought he was a bad artist. He's kind of, I guess, telling it all about. I'm interested to hear what happened between him and Young Thug, because I feel like that story hasn't really been discussed.
That's probably
People
the
just said,
reason
like-
why people started fucking with him for real.
Yeah,
No, well, he said like people just like after that shit, like producers and shit, like London and what's the other Wheezy out of here.
Metro Boomin.
They just stopped hitting him back. Like he was like, "Yo, I want to get this beat, blah blah. blah I want to do this," and they just like leave him on red and shit, and never.
That's tough.
Yeah,
Because and during that time, Rich Homie was more up than Thug.
Yeah.
Rich Homie was the one during that time.
yeah.
And then, shit went left. And
Thug
then
had the hit
Thug
though.
rose up.
Well, he
No, Rich Homie had the hit
he had
first.
the hit first. He did.
He had a couple first,
That
actually.
type of way.
Yeah, that was, that shit went up.
Everybody was saying I felt some type of way.
Yeah.
You didn't even know what that shit meant.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of way do you feel though?
Yeah,
I
Rich
mean,
Homie was
not
up
really
there.
being descriptive.
I
about
did see
this.
that clip. He was talking about that Mama Cedar song, that
Oh.
Travis Scott jump.
Yeah.
How that song was originally his.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he said it was his song. And then Metro called him and said, like, I played Travis' song we did, bro. And he wanted to put it on his album. And that was like, that was like before Travis Scott was Travis Scott, before he dropped that Rodeo mixtape. Yeah. That was like when Travis got he started to elevate a little bit. And when he put that song on there and dropped that album, he was out of here.
Is Rich Homie Quan on that song though?
Yeah, that Mama Cedar joint?
Yeah, he's on that song. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we gotta wrap this up here to get our time in. So,
all right.
Any words of wisdom?
Stay out of the streets with your chains on unless you got security.
Sounds wise to me. Sounds wise to me. Anything?
All good.
We got these samples coming. Stay tuned. If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you. We'll be back next week. Peace.
This is gonna be the easiest sample y'all ever had in your life because I'm sure somebody's used it. This is Noriega. Nothing.
Oh, I think I did.
Most likely.
It's that Billie Eilish show? Yeah,
Did you use
I
this?
definitely did, yeah.
Who is the new one?
This song called Billie Eilish. I forgot the artist's name.
Armani White.
Armani White, yeah.
I know that
Billie
shit
Eilish.
from fucking Instagram.
It's on TikTok and Instagram.
That shit
like a
crazy on
motherfucker.
TikTok
At
right now.
first, it goes so hard.
Bitch, I'm stylish. Drop top.
That's all I know.
Stylish.
Black top, big t-shirt, Billy. Watch on my wrist,
And that shit come in hard,
That
too.
joint sounds so fire.
When I pull up in sight.
You bet this is his last hit?
Yeah, probably.
I don't even know. Maybe he's very talented.
I don't know. It might be nice.
That joint is fire, though.
My daughter was like, "Why is he talking about Billie Eilish?"
I think I see an interview he did. Maybe it was with Rory and Maul or something. And they was asking him, "Was Billie Eilish ever hit you up?" He's like, he still hasn't acknowledged the song at all. Billie Eilish ain't thinking about this song, bro. Name the song after her and everything. He said she
probably
still
don't
hasn't
exist in her
responded or
world.
acknowledged it at all. It's like, damn, that's crazy. That shit going crazy on the internet. I know she done heard it. You know she done heard it.
I like that one. I like that.
Is it my go?
Yeah, what you got?
All right, so my sample comes from Snoop Dogg, Pharrell, and Uncle Charlie. Beautiful.
I love this song.
Yeah.
The sample is how recent?
This year.
When I
This year.
heard it.
Probably some months ago it's been out.
When I heard it.
Yeah, I think you've heard it. Specifically, this part.
All I got in my head is their actual song.
No guesses.
I have no idea.
All right. Mr.
As soon as you say it.
Jack Harlow, Side Piece off his album he dropped this year. This joint, you keep making mad Days Loaf references in this joint.
Oh yeah.
I already got a song for my main chick. So let me do it.
I don't think I listened to this after the first listen. This album I haven't listened much.
Let me do a record for my side piece. Hey, I need you beside me. Late night,
That was a good little sample. It was a cool record.
Days low, introduce you to the bomb. Days low.
Oh yeah, that's the one of the worst bars of 2022.
When I was a young man.
Yeah, he had a couple of them, a couple of Days Loaf references in his joint. Why didn't you get the feature, man? Yeah. All these damn Days Loaf references, like you can't holler
I
at
mean,
it.
that's just such a lazy bar, though. That's just such a lazy bar. D'Angelo will introduce you to the family.
Yeah, but you get it though, because you know that's how she said family in that
But
song.
it's so pointless, though. It's just he could have said anything. Introduce you to the. It's no. That's what I'm saying. It's such a lazy bar. You didn't have to say that. It's just one of them things.
It's a little clever.
It's funny.
It's a little clever.
It's not clever at all.
It is clever if you know that song and you know Days Loaf said family in that song like that. It's funny. It's
He could have just said family though. He didn't have to
No,
say.
you
That's
had
what
to
I'm
say
saying.
it like family. That's why you said Days Loaf.
No, it's just not. It's not that great. It's not clever, bro.
It's kind of clever.
It's lazy.
Play the last one, yeah. We got time to hit. Y'all don't care nothing about this 2 hours.
You a fuck. Here we go.
Heatmakers.
Joel Santana, Whitney.
You do it backwards?
Feeling like the old Rucker, hot summer, happy days of fucking
That shit hard.
for the block huggers, heavy puck, but not stuff for Glock 9 bust. Get your spine rupture in that project, you got it. I came up selling hot butter, by any means necessary, minds will not suffer. Long night breaking day, same shit day to day, clocking morning flavor play.
I'm having phone issues, so I had Carl play it for me. Obviously, Whitney Houston sample. I sent that to a group a couple of days ago. I couldn't keep that to myself. It was such a cool little flip. I just wanted to share it with the listeners.
Yeah,
so that's my
fire.
sample.
It's a good record.
Joel Santana and the Heatmakers.
Can never go
Oh,
wrong.
yeah. If you got time, go check out Cameron's new track, produced by La 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 Kim.
Check it out. Shout out to Lakim. Never met him, but that's my guy.
Fire.
Anything else here before we close out? I know I already asked you once, but just to make sure there wasn't anything that came to your heart.
Nah, man, we all good, man. Shout out to the Winner Circle.
All good.
Shout out to the Winner Circle. We'll be back next week. Peace.
Peace.